my guest star is today.
Hi.
Today we have Miss Pate, who is our math interventionist, so a big role at our school at Infinity. So Miss Pate, who was your biggest crush in middle school?
In middle school, my biggest crush was a boy named Patrick, and we actually dated for 2 months. Which
Wow,
in middle school, that's like
infinity and beyond. Yeah.
Basically, we were married.
For a lot.
Yep. And one day we held hands walking to PE, which was like a very big deal.
We don't too.
Ooh, I don't remember. I don't know. I actually literally, I have no idea.
Oh my gosh, how do you not remember these things?
Maybe
from
we're
middle
still
school?
together, and I just don't
you
know.
just didn't even remember. You didn't know.
I
So
still
they're
have
still
a boyfriend
together.
named Patrick from middle school. So.
Hi, Patrick. So today we get to learn about part to total proportions.
So fun.
So much fun. Lots of proportions in 7th grade. So we learned about part to part last class, or last lesson. So for example, the ratio of boys to girls in Murphy's class is 2 to 3. So 2 boys to every 3 girls.
Oh, those are great pictures.
I know, I'm a very good drawer. Even my number 2 is pretty amazing. And they were saying if there's 18 girls, how many boys? So that's a part to part because we're looking at boys to girls, boys to girls.
Gotcha.
We already did this problem, but we're now looking at part to total. So, Ms. Pate, would you please read this problem out loud?
Sure. The ratio of boys to girls in Miss Murphy's class is 2 to 3. There are 18 girls in the class. What is the total number of students in Miss Murphy's class?
Perfect. So this time we have a part to total. The ratio they gave us was 2 boys to every 3 girls. But the one they're asking is how many total people out of 18 girls. So we don't have a total yet in our ratio. How can I figure out if there's 2 boys for every 3 girls, what would be the total number of kiddos?
5.
Good, 5. So we have 5 total to 3 girls. So this one we actually needed to do something with our ratio before we started. We needed to figure out what the total is. Miss Pate, would you be able to set up a proportion now that we have all of our information gathered?
I think so.
All right.
Do you want me to write it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it says that we have 18 girls. So I think 18 girls will go over here. And then we don't know the total, so I'm going to write total question mark.
Your handwriting's better than mine.
Oh, really?
Perfect. So there's our 2 equal ratios. 5 total to 3 girls. We don't know how many total out of 18 girls. So let's go ahead and set up a proportion. So we have 5 total to 3 girls. How many total to 18 girls? All right, kids, go ahead and pause the video. Solve. Pause. All right, I bet you guys got it right. Did you get 30 total? If you did it correctly. Nice job. Let's look at another type of part to total. So we're gonna look at part to total for percents. Percents is another part to total. Do you know how much, well, let's go ahead and read the problem first. Do you mind reading this one?
Sure. The price of a DVD is $24 plus 8% sales tax. What is the sales tax on this DVD in dollars and cents?
Okay. So here we have a DVD. I don't know who buys DVDs anymore. And it's $24 plus 8% tax. Percents are always a special ratio out of how many? What is the total for all percents?
100.
100. So we actually have a ratio here of 8 to 100. 100 is our total and 8 is our part. $24, is that the total we paid or just the part of tax?
That's just the part.
The $24?
Oh, just kidding. It's the total.
That's the total. So here we
Silly
paid
mistake.
$24 and we don't know the part that's taxed, the 8% that's taxed. We have 8 out of a total of 100. How much money out of a total of 24? Go ahead and cross multiply and divide, kids. Pause, pause, pause. I bet you got it right. This one had a little more math to do, but we should have gotten $1.92. If you got $1.92, you got it correct. If you didn't get this, you might want to take a look at what you did wrong and maybe fix your work. Or even ask me or Miss L what to do. All right, last one. One more part to total. All right, and we could read part to total for probability predictions. It's our last type where we have a part to a total amount.
Do you want me to read it?
Yeah.
Okay. Danae found that the experimental probability of her making a bullseye when throwing darts is 2 out of 10. Out of 75 throws, about how many bullseyes could she predict she would make?
Ooh, she's pretty good. Do you make 2 out of every 10?
Definitely not. More
No.
like 0 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm more 0 out of 10. Maybe like 2 out of 100.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. So here it is. She made 2 bullseyes. So 2 times that she got right in the center bullseye, right? Out of 10 total attempts. We're figuring out how many bullseyes she would get out of 75 total attempts. So here she tried it 10 times. 2 of the times she got in the middle. We're making a prediction out of 75. How many times would she get in the middle? There's also another trick, you guys. Is there a way to make this a simpler ratio?
I think so.
What could I do to make 2 out of every 10 an even more simple ratio?
I think you can divide the numerator and the denominator both by 2.
Good, yeah. And this will just make things a little bit like smaller numbers. You don't have to do it. But we've seen that there are some that are crazy and you might want to simplify before you solve. All right, this is our last one, you guys. I know you're going to get it right, but pause, try it out. Oh, you're done? Wow, you're so great. Go ahead and check your work. So, is it 15 what you got? So she would make it 15 whole times. That would be a good prediction. You're on to the you try now. So, turn your page. Try out the 3 right behind. You can either take a look at the key before you go on to practice, or you can pause your video and check it on my key. Pause. That's not it. Right here. All right. While you're correcting your work, go ahead and pause the video at any time and see and make sure that you've done everything correctly before you move on to practice. You guys are doing so good. You're gonna totally ace the star. You're amazing. Bye-bye now.